And there we are. Okay, I had some technical difficulties, but they seem to be resolved. So good afternoon, everybody. And welcome to another game of Strat-O-Matic baseball. Yeah, I was on, then it kicked me off, then I had to re-sign in to YouTube from Streamlabs. So that hasn't happened in a long time. In fact, since I had my old phone, it did that a couple of times. So bear with me a minute, I'm gonna get some coffee and we'll get underway. Still not quite 1 o'clock, so that's another reason why I try to get on 5 minutes early, just in case of situations like this. Well, out of nowhere, we got a warm day in Spokane. It's only going to last 1 day. And it cools off tomorrow, and by the weekend, dramatically cooler. The fall is definitely falling, but today we're going to be in the 80s. And I've got the Astros at the Giants, the first of a short 2-game set. June the 15th, 1966, part of the full 1966 replay. We're on game 579. Right-hander Turk Farrell will start for Houston, lefty Joe Gibbon for San Francisco. And let me pull up my stats page here. We'll take a look at what these guys have done. Good afternoon, Mike C. Hello, Mangler. I gotta tell you guys, I woke up super early this morning, tried to go back to sleep, ended up making coffee, and then I took a nap. Right now I'm kind of in that after nap, trying to wake up again mode, if you know what I mean. Okay, Turk Farrell, 2-3 on the season, 4.53 ERAs, made 9 starts, completed 1 of them. 56 innings pitched. The hits allowed pretty high, 76 hits in 56 innings. He struck out 42. Gibbon, the lefty, earlier in the season used mostly out of relief, 14 relief appearances. This will be his 4th start of the year. He's 2-1, 4.11. 31 innings, 33 hits, 22 strikeouts. And good afternoon, Cleveland. Whoa, I'm on the big screen. Yeah, I had issues, Mangler, in case you did not hear earlier. Some technical problems, but that way I was able to resolve those. So Gibbon and Farrell. Pitching edge would appear to go to the Giants in this one, but as you guys know by now, you got to roll the dice. That's whoa! There goes my cork board with the. Oh man, I'm having all kinds of problems today. The cork board which holds the, what the heck? There it is. The ground ball super advanced result chart, and of course, in case it's needed, everybody's favorite, the ejection chart. Okay, Houston lineup. Joe Morgan at second base. Pretty much the usual lineup for the Astros. Sonny Jackson follows at shortstop. Jimmy Wynn, of course, in his 3 spot in center field. Dave Nicholson in right field hits cleanup. Chuck Harrison gets the start at first base against the left-hander. Rusty Staub is in left field with Bob Aspromani down at third. John Bateman to do the catching, and Turk Farrell, a pretty good hitting pitcher, in the 9 spot. Looking at the particulars for this game, this was a day game in Candlestick Park, Wednesday, June the 15th, and the umpires were Ed Vargo behind the plate, Doug Harvey at first, Mel Steiner at second, and Shag Crawford down at third. Just under 10,000 in the park. It says, weather conditions unknown. Well, it's Candlestick Park, okay? A little more comfortable during the day, but I went to a day game there once, actually, and it was still frickin' freezing. And that's San Francisco. You guys know the old Mark Twain saying, I'm sure. Coldest winter I ever spent was the summer I spent in San Francisco. All right, about ready to get underway here as the umpire, Ed Vargo, says play ball. Gibbons ready to go to work, and up steps Joe Morgan to lead things off. Morgan at 277 on the year, 3 home runs, 28 RBIs. Gibbon with the windup and the pitch. It's a 1-8 fly ball to right field, fairly deep. Brown edging back. It's going to be a 1, and Brown will make the catch on the track. But Morgan gave it a ride, but it's just allowed out. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Sonny Jackson. Jackson batting 308 on the year, 3 home runs, 29 RBIs. Another lefty-lefty matchup for Joe Gibbon. Here's the windup on the pitch. It's a 6-6 ground ball to second. Fuentes scoops it up, throws to McCovey, and there's 2 down. That'll bring up Jimmy Wynn, who at this point practically needs no introduction. He leads the team in virtually every offensive category. 326 average, 51 runs scored, 17 home runs, and his 65 RBIs lead both leagues. Playing their 60th game, so in 59 games he has 65 RBIs. Man, that's something. Can he keep it up? The odds are against it, of course. Gibbons' pitch is a 210 lefty. He hits a hard smash to third. Jim Ray Hart fields it and throws him out. 1-2-3 go the Astros in the first, and after half it's Houston 0, San Francisco coming to bat against Turk Farrell. The Astros come in at 31-28 on the season, which, give me a second here. Let's see where that puts them in the standings at the moment. They are in 4th place, 7 games back of the Dodgers, and only a game and a half back of the Phillies now for 3rd place. They're on a 3-game winning streak. They've won 7 of their last 10. Well, it's been a long time since we had a giant cat on the field. There he is. He's been wanting the cards, he's been wanting the dice, the rubber bands. He really wants to be involved today. No, you can't have the 20. I'm sorry. Giants lineup will be Tito Fuentes leading off at second base, Len Gabrielson in left field, Willie Mays, of course, in the 3 spot in center field. Willie McCovey hits cleanup and plays first. Jim Ray Hart is the 3rd baseman. Tom Haller will do the catching and hit 6th, with Ollie Brown in right field, Hal Lanier in shortstop, and Joe Gibbon, the pitcher, rounding out the lineup. I'm lagging. I just now saw Mookie cross the score sheet on my feed. Okay, looks like that's better. And up to the plate steps Tito Fuentes. Fuentes, a switch hitter, will bat left-handed against Farrell. Fuentes on the season, a 237 average, 5 home runs, 20 RBIs. Farrell into the windup, and here we go. The pitch is a 2-9 right-handed. Comebacker, Farrell gloves it, throws it to Harrison, 1 away. So that was Mookie leaping to the top of the tower. Okay, if I can't play, I'm going back up here. That'll bring up Len Gabrielson. 22 for 98, that's a 224 average, 2 home runs, and oddly only 2 RBIs. The pitch from Farrell to 5-5 lefty, that's a grounder to shortstop X. Tough chance for Jackson, a 3E40. Jackson charging it now. On a 1, he's not going to get it. That's going to go as an infield single. And Gabrielson with the first hit of the ball game. Gabrielson, of course, no threat to run. And up steps Willie Mays. Mays has his average up to .299 and his 16 home runs, second in the league, 44 RBIs, among the league leaders. Farrell from the stretch. The pitch to Mays is a 2-5 righty. It's a high fly ball to left center. Staub and Wynn converging at the track, at the wall. It's gone. Home run, Willie Mays. And the Giants jump out to a 2-0 lead. Holy cow, let's look at it again. 2-5 righty, homer to 13. He rolls the 3. And for Willie, that's homer number 17. Taking a quick look at our league leaders here. That ties him with Wynn, actually, for second in the league. Hank Aaron, of course, leads with 22. So Wynn and Mays with 17. Let's jump over to the American League just for a refresher. Frank Robinson leading the American League with 18, and we have Boog Powell, Rick Reichart, Fred Whitfield, and Harmon Killebrew all tied for second with 15. Mays clears the bases with a 2-run shot, 2-0 Giants, 1 away, and here's Willie McCovey. McCovey at .251, 12 home runs, 24 RBIs. The pitch from Farrell, 4-9 left-handed. He hits it the other way to left. Fly ball to left. Staub ranges over and puts it away. Batter will be Jim Ray Hart, the third baseman, leading the club in hitting now at .311. 13 home runs, 40 RBIs. Potent middle of the order for the Giants. Making it all the more perplexing that they haven't really been able to put a lot of runs on the board. And hello, Larry Waters. More on that in a moment, as on a 2-5. Hart goes the other way with it and drops it in front of Nicholson and right for a base hit. Little inside out swing from Jim Ray Hart. And John Bateman already paying a mound visit, trying to calm Farrell down a bit. Farrell, of course, was prone to the long ball, as you can see on the card. And in our replay so far, in 56 innings of work, he's given up 8 home runs. The batter will be the catcher, Tom Haller. Haller hitting just .199, 6 home runs, 17 RBIs. Farrell with the pitch. 110 righty. That's driven deep to right field. Nicholson starts back and just watches that one fly out of the ballpark. Home run, Haller. And the Giants blow it open in the first. Hart scoring ahead of him. Another 2-run shot. This one, Tom Haller. And for Haller, home run number 7 on the season. It's 4-0 San Francisco. And hello, Frank. There's Frank's inside pitch game. 5-2 Giants. The Giants are almost there in the first inning, Frank. In this game, that is. Am I reading that right? A 3-homer game by McCovey? Ollie Brown will be the hitter, hitting just .195. Farrell's pitch on a 3-7, base hit, double to 1. That's going to be a base hit for Brown, and Farrell really having problems here right off the bat. Wow, congratulations, Frank. That's always special. In my ATG game on my ATG team, well, one of them, I always have several going, on Strat-O-Matic 365 online the other night, Barry Bonds had a 4-homer game for me and then came back the very next game and hit 3. That's right. 7 homers in 2 games. And that's not even my record. Okay, I can't even believe this. Years ago, playing, I think, at 2000, it was a single season, not an all-time greats. I had a 6-homer game out of Giancarlo Stanton. You heard me right, a 6-homer game. To that point, I'd never had a 4. I was so excited when he hit that 4th one, and then he added 2 more. I'll never see that again if I live to be 150. 200 even. Okay, here's Lanier. 184 average, 1 homer, 10 RBIs. Farrell's pitch on a 4-7. That's a base hit into right. Brown can go to third, 14, 16. Nicholson -1, 50. And they're going to send him. And Houston will cut it off. As the Giants bat around in the first, here comes Joe Gibbon. Right-handed batter. The pitch on a 5-10, grounder to short X. Tough play for Jackson, 340. To his left, 7, he's got it. Goes the short way to Morgan for the force. And mercifully for the Astros fans, that's the inning. But 4 big runs for the Giants on count 'em. 6 hits. The big blows, of course, 2-run homers by Willie Mays and Tom Haller. And welcome in Brian Morris. And Larry, getting back to you, I was going to comment on that. We have one team in the ALCS, the Blue Jays advance. The other 3 still up for grabs. The other 3 spots, that is. 4-0 Giants as we go to the second. We've been expecting the Giants to even on 3, that's a record even on 365, which plays thousands of games, okay? Let me give you an example. Because you don't actually play the games. You set your lineups, you make your team. You set your preferences and you play 3 games a day. Of course, the computer plays them all. So altogether, I've played 30, so that's 3,900, and then I've got to go to my other one. $23, 33, 43, 46. That's over 46,000 games that I've played online. And there's guys that play way more than I do. And even considering all of that, 6 home runs just doesn't happen. All right, let's get back to this one. Joe Gibbon ready to work the second. Here's Dave Nicholson to lead things off. Oh, shit. Mike Greenwell passed away. Rest in peace, Mike Greenwell. Bryant's for the Giants. And here we go to the second inning. Dave Nicholson hitting .236, 5 home runs, 18 RBIs. Gibbon with the windup on the pitch. It's going to be a 4-8 righty. Grounder to short. Lanier comes in, gloves it, throws to first in time. Chuck Harrison in the lineup against the lefty. 13 for 53 in limited play, a .245 average. He has 1 home run. Gibbons pitch on a 1-4 lefty. Another ground ball wide to short. Lanier in the hole, plants and throws in time. 2 grounders to Lanier, 2 down, and here's Rusty Staub now. Staub at .290, 7 home runs, 40 RBIs. Gibbon into the windup. That's a 4-7 left-handed. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Another 1-2-3 inning for Joe Gibbon. Gibbon has done a fine job since pressed into a starting role by the Giants. And you know, we haven't seen Ray Sadecki in a while, which kind of makes me wonder, did he have a minor injury in '66? Farrell taking the mound for the second. Funnies will lead it off again. He led off the first, grounding back to the box. Now the windup down the pitch is a 5-10 left-handed grounder to short X. Sonny Jackson again. 3-E-40. Here's the play on a 10. It's the E range. A 9 on a 40. It's off of his glove and he boots it. That's an error on Sonny Jackson. First error of the ball game. And let's check the battery now with Fuentes at first. Fuentes not normally a threat to steal. Turk Farrell, a -1 hold. Bateman, a 0 arm. Len Gabrielson will be swinging away as Farrell comes in from the stretch. 3-3, grounder wide of second. Morgan gloves it as he throws him out. Fuentes scoots over to second. Ground ball C. 1 down, and here's Willie Mays. Mays hit a rocket out of here in the first inning for a 2-run shot. Farrell with the pitch. That's a 6-7 righty. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Farrell looking a little bit more settled here in the second inning, and here's Willie McCovey. The windup and the pitch. 2-5 righty. Struck him out. So Farrell strikes out Mays and McCovey. No small feat. And for the Giants, no hits, no runs, a man left on. There was an error. 2 innings in the books. 4-0 Giants. Given a 5-inning starter, Farrell, believe it or not, rated for 7. Somehow I don't think Farrell's going to get to 7. Bottom third for Houston. Aspromani will start things off. He's at 252 on the year, 3 home runs, 20 RBIs. The pitch from Gibbon on a 111. He pops him up on the right side. Fuentes will take it. 1 down. Here's the catcher, John Bateman now. Bateman hitting 279, 5 home runs, 25 RBIs. Gibbon with the windup and the pitch. It's a 2-10 lefty. Pops him up on the left side. Lanier waiting on it, and he puts it away. Farrell, a 6 with end power, will bat. On a 1-4, fly ball to straightaway center. Mays is right there to make it look easy. And another 1-2-3 inning for Gibbon. Okay. Now as we go to the bottom of the third, Jim Ray Hart will lead it off for the Giants. Hart singled his first time up. Farrell gets the sign. On a 3-6 right-handed base hit into right field, triple to 2. And he'll hold with a long single. Jim Ray Hart 2 for 2. That'll bring up the catcher, Tom Haller. Haller with a 2-run blast in the first. Farrell gets the sign now from the stretch. A 6-4 lefty. Holy crap. Grounds it to first. Harrison down to Jackson for 1. Back to first, not in time. That'll be a 3-6 fourth. Hart is erased. A lot of damage there. in Farrell's 6 column, right between 2 clean home runs. Ground ball to first base B. One away, here's Ollie Brown. Ollie singled his first time up. Farrell out of the stretch, 1-5, struck him out. And here's Hal Lanier. Lanier also singled in the first. Farrell with the sign. The pitch on a 6-8 righty, swung on and missed, strike 3. So Farrell now with 4 strikeouts, all in the last 2 frames. And the Giants with no runs a hit and a man left after 3, it's still 4-0. And here, let me, I'm going to show you this because I have tangible proof of it. Not that you don't believe me, but there it is. They keep records of this stuff. There's my single game achievements. 6-homer game. I wonder if it still shows who it is, because some of that stuff's been archived. Yeah, there it is. Giancarlo Stanton, the 2015 card. So that was played in 2016. That was 9 years ago. Oh, that's hard to believe. The 12 RBI game was the same game, of course. 42 cycles. 29 no-hitters. And a 22 strikeout game. I believe that was Pedro Martinez. Nope, that was Sandy Koufax in ATG on the 1964 card. So just a few of the things available there on Strat-O-Matic 365. As always, that can be found on the Strat-O-Matic website. It's a lot of fun. Basically, each player has a salary, and different leagues have different salary limits. So basically, everybody's on an even playing field. It's just a question of where you want to spend your money. Moving along to the 4th inning, Gibbon ready to go to work. And the Astros will send up the top of the lineup with Joe Morgan starting things off. Gibbon gets the sign from Haller. On a 5-7 left-handed, Morgan drives it into right field for a base hit. First hit for Houston. Little Joe aboard with a leadoff single. Not held at 13. And the 4-run lead, they're not going to hold him. He's welcome to go 1-13 if he wants to. A good bunting situation for Sonny Jackson, but trailing by 4, he's going to swing away. Gibbon out of the stretch on a 2-11. He bangs one through the right side and into right field. Morgan's headed for third. 15-17. Brown -4, 13. They're going to send him. And the Giants will cut it off to keep the double play in order. A little bit different with a big lead. Jackson, though, an excellent base stealer, star 19. Sonny has stolen 12 bases. He's been caught 3 times. With a -217, he's going to be held on at 15. And with Jimmy Wynn at the plate, they're going to let Wynn take a shot at it before Jackson gives any thought to stealing. The pitch from Gibbon to Jimmy Wynn is a 2-11. Hot smash to third. Hart to Fuentes for 1. Nice turn to McCovey. Double play. 5-4-3. Morgan crosses the plate on that. No RBI, of course. And Houston's on the board. But wow, what a rally killer there. 5-4-3 twin killing. And with 2 down and nobody on, here's Dave Nicholson. Gibbon gets the sign. The pitch 1-7 lefty, and he loses him ball 4. 2 out walk to Nicholson. So Gibbon, after 3 flawless innings, scuffling just a tad here in the 4th. Let me clear my throat. Chuck Harrison will be the hitter, bounced to short in the second. Gibbon. The pitch is a 2-8 left-handed. Grounder to short. Lanier charging it, throws on the run in time. And that'll do it. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 left for the Astros. We go to the bottom of the fourth, 4-1. Turk Farrell takes the mound for the fourth. He seems to have settled down since that awful first inning, which featured 2-run home runs by both Willie Mays and Tom Haller. Pitcher Gibbon will start things off. Left-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. On a 1-9, struck him out. That's 5 strikeouts for Farrell. And here's Tito Fuentes. Farrell with the pitch, 1-9, base hit into left center. Double to 2, and he'll hold with a long single. Fuentes with his first hit of the game. The only one without a hit now is McCovey, not counting the pitcher, of course. And here's Len Gabrielson, 1 for 2. Turk Farrell working out of the stretch. The pitch to Gabrielson on a 3-4 right-handed. Grounder to second. Morgan has it, shovels it to Jackson for 1. On to first, 4-6-3 double play, and that'll end the fourth. No runs, a hit, nobody left for the Giants. We go to the fifth, 4-1 San Francisco. Fifth inning, and already the first endurance inning for Joe Gibbon. And here we go to the fifth inning. It's going to be Rusty Staub leading it off. He struck out in the second. Gibbon comes in with a 4-8 left-handed, taps it down to first base. That's going to be McCovey. He'll take it himself. And there's one away. That'll bring up the third baseman, Bob Aspremani. The windup down the pitch from Gibbon is a 6-4 right-handed. That's going to be catcher's card. That'll be Haller. Haller, a 3-E4. Here's the play. On a 12 error range. It's a 3 on an E4. This could be trouble. And it will be. That's going to be a one-base error on a Haller. So a rare error by Haller. And Aspremani reaches. First error for San Francisco. I got to look this up now. Wow, I'm shocked. That's Haller's 5th error. So Haller with an E4 rating has already committed 5. And of course, Strat players know that'll happen sometime with some of those outlying numbers especially. Here's John Bateman now. He popped to short his first time up. Gibbon working out of the stretch. 4-9 right-handed, and he goes the other way with it and drops that into right field. Aspremani rounding, he will hold at second. Brown with that -4 cannon in right. Too early, I think, to pinch hit for an S7 pitcher, particularly one who's a 6 with end power. He's swinging away. The pitch on a 1-8. Ground ball to second. It's Fuentes to Lanier to McCovey. 4-6-3 double play. That's the second double play turned by the Giants, and that will end the top of the fifth. No runs, a hit, 1 left. You know, he could have done anything but that. Could have bunted, I suppose, but he's a poor bunter, a D. So we move to the bottom of the fifth. Willie Mays will start it off, followed by McCovey and Hart, the heart of the Giants' order, no pun intended. Farrell into the windup. That's a 5-4 righty. Fly to center field X. Jimmy Wynn on his horse. 3E10. Here's the play. On a 13, he makes a fine running catch for the out, taking a possible base hit away from Willie. Nice play, Jimmy Wynn in center. And here's McCovey, the only non-pitcher of the Giants lineup without a hit in this one, and we're only in the fifth. Farrell pitch to McCovey, 6-2, grounded to the pitcher X. Farrell a 4-19. Here's the play. On the error range, it's a 12 on a 19. That's interesting, and it's off of his glove. That's going to be an error on Farrell. Second Houston error. McCovey reaches, and the batter is Hart. Farrell studying the signs, now from the stretch, delivers to Hart on a 3-5 right-handed. High fly ball to left field, going back is Staub at the track, at the wall, it's gone! Home run Jim Ray Hart, the Giants' third homer of the day. All three two-run shots, and they've blown this one open. The score now 6-1. Bateman out to the mound. Grady Hatton out there. In the Houston bullpen. God, what do they throw now? Ron Taylor throwing. And they're going to let Farrell pitch to Haller. One away, the pitch to Haller is a 5-5 grounder to shortstop X. Another chance for Sonny Jackson has really been tested today, 3E40. The play on a 20, he's there, scoops it up and fires to first in time. Nice play, Sonny Jackson. And that's out number 2. Here's Brown, 1 for 2. Farrell's pitch on a 5-9. He lifts it the other way to right. Easy play for Nicholson, who puts it away to end the inning. 2 more for the Giants on a 2-run blast by Jim Ray Hart. And after 5 complete, Giants lead it 6-1. Tomorrow, I'll be here for the Friday happy hour game at their regular time, 1:30. I'm going to grab a cup of coffee. Saturday's start time will be up in the air due to the wild card, the NLCS games. But we'll know the answer to that by tonight. I have to admit, I didn't really follow Toronto that closely this season, but man, they were impressive. Frank, I remember Mike Greenwell very well. I had him on one of my teams back in the day. The guy was a hitting machine. A bit of a defensive liability, but he could hit. Sixth inning, top of the order for Houston. They trail by 5. Gibbon in his second endurance inning goes into the windup. Pitch to Joe Morgan's a 5-8 lefty. Lazy fly to right. Brown right there to put it away, and there's one down. That'll bring up Sonny Jackson 1 for 2. The pitch from Joe Gibbon on a 1-8. He loses him ball 4. And this time, Jackson not waiting around. 17 held at 15. He's going to roll for it. 2 through 5, 11 or 12. He does not get it. And here's the next pitch to Jimmy Wynn. On a 2-4 left-handed, hard smash to third. Hard has it. He goes to Fuentes for the force, and that's all they'll get. Jackson erased. Wynn at first, not held at 13. And here's Nicholson. Hello there, Al. Welcome in. Yeah, I vaguely remember Gabrielson. I remember hearing the name on the radio. That's about it. My dad always had the game on the radio. Two down, runner at first. Here's Nicholson. Gibbon from the stretch. That's going to be a 1-7, and he loses him ball 4. Second walk in the inning issued by Gibbon. And Chuck Harrison will be the hitter as we see action in the Giants' pen. One more hitter walk will fatigue Gibbon now. Too early for Lindsay. Maybe not. Frank Lindsay is throwing. He's joined by the lefty, Bill Henry. But here's Harrison now, bounced to short twice. Runners at first and second, 2 down. The pitch from Gibbon is a 6-7 righty, grounder to second base X. Tough chance for Tito Fuentes, 337, and here's the play on a 20. Tito plugs up the hole, fires it to McCovey, and retires the side. Nice play, Fuentes, to end the inning. 4-3X side retired. No runs, no hits, they leave 2. And Joe Gibbon, just 3 singles allowed so far, in complete command here today. And if you're wondering why Turk Farrell's still in the game, well, you regulars know why. Just take a look at the numbers in that Houston bullpen. Oh, my God. Hal Lanier will lead it off. Farrell with the windup and the pitch. That's a 6-4 righty. High fly ball to deep left. Staub back just shy of the track makes the catch. 1 down, and here's Gibbon, right-handed batter. The pitch is a 6-4 righty. Same thing, fly to left field. Staub will take it. And 2 down quickly in the 6th. That'll bring up the leadoff man, Tito Fuentes. Fuentes 1 for 3 today. Farrell's pitch to the left-hander. 6-7 lefty, swung on and missed. Strike 3. A 1-2-3 inning for Farrell, his first of the game. And through 6, still 6-1. Hello, Kathy Harden. Yes, it will, Kathy. Perfect match up there. Happy hour and beer. So what do you have for us today? Why not pull something out for the 7th inning stretch? We're practically there. Here's Gibbon facing Staub, Aspromani, and Bateman. Staub 0 for 2 today as Gibbon comes set. The windup and the pitch on a 3-9 lefty. Struck him out. Called strike 3. And Staub run up by Ed Vargo. 1 down. Here's Aspromani. Mookie waiting on deck. Oh wait, that's John Bateman. Gibbons pitch on a 6-3 righty. Fly to left field X. That's going to be a tough play for Gabrielson. Not known for his range, a 4.16. Here's it is on a 5, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. One out single by Aspromani. That'll bring up Bateman. And that'll most likely signal the end of the line for Farrell. Which two, Al? Oh, Mookie and John Bateman. Durr. Okay, I'm slow. I'm blaming it on the nap. Okay, Bateman 1 for 2. Gibbon out of the stretch. 6-7 righty. Grounder to second base X. This could get him out of it. Fuentes a 3.37. Here's the play on a 12 E-range. A 4 on a 37 doesn't look good, and that will indeed be an error on Tito Fuentes. Second Giants error. And now the Astros will send up a pinch hitter for Turk Farrell. They really need a left-hander, but the Astros do not have a single left-hander in their pen. I'm going to wait on that. I want to check their usage chart and also see if they can score. One more hitter walk will fatigue Gibbon. Lindsey's ready. Houston's going to send Felix Mantilla to the plate. Larry, we got a fake-out summer day here in Spokane. It's only going to last 1 day. Don't know where the hell that came from. Mantilla on the year, 292 in limited play, 4 home runs, 13 RBIs. Gibbon gets the sign, the pitch on a 5-7 right-handed. That's going to be a base hit into right center. Double to 2. It's going to be an RBI single. Aspromani scores. Bateman rounds and goes all the way to third. And Gibbon is fatigued. So out of the dugout comes Herman Franks. And that'll be all for Joe Gibbon, who pitched a fine game today. He goes 6 1/3. Allowed just 5 hits, all singles. He walked 3 and struck out 1, 2 only. Frank Lindsey will be called upon. Six to 2 is the score now. Runners at the corners with 1 out. Lindsey has kind of fell out of favor in the closer role. 1-4, he has 9 of the team's 11 saves, but an ERA high at 5.21. Just 19 innings so far for Lindsey, who also needs some work. Infield at double play depth. The pitch to Morgan is a 6-8 left-handed. Single into right field. That's going to drive in another. Scoring is Bateman. All the way to third goes Felix Mantilla. And suddenly we've got ourselves a ball game. Morgan at 13, not being held. 6-3 the score now. And hi, John West, welcome. Lindsay's pitch to Sonny Jackson out of the stretch, 4-11, and that's a base hit up the middle. And here goes Lindsay again. That's going to drive in Mantilla. Open single. Morgan can go to third. 15. Mays with a -4 gun makes it 11, and they're going to put the brakes on Morgan. So an RBI single from Sonny Jackson makes the score 6-4 now. And the dangerous Jimmy Wynn at the plate. Fans getting a bit nervous now. It looked like it was going to be a romp. Lindsay with the windup and the pitch to win. That's a 1-9 right-handed base hit into left field. Morgan grounding third. 15, Gabrielson +1, 16. 80%. Jackson behind him. They're going to send him, and the Giants have to cut that off. Otherwise, the tying run gets to third. So an RBI single from Wynn. Frank Lindsay has faced 3 batters and given up 3 hits. And the Giants now, the lefty Henry joined by the righty Lindy McDaniel. And we've got a 1-run game. Still just 1 away. And the Giants will bring the infield in for Dave Nicholson. Lindsay's pitch on a 6-2, ground ball to second. Fuentes goes home and they've got the lead man. So the infield in saves a run on a 4-2 force. Wait a minute. Hang on. Farrell singled first and third. Morgan singled. That drove in Mantilla to third. Jackson singled. Morgan stopped at second. Wynn single drove him in. Jackson stopped at second. So that was not an infield in situation at all. Thank you, Larry. Yeah, that's what I'm just now seeing. So I beg your pardon. Fortunately, we caught that. There were runners at first and second, not runners at the corners. So on a ground ball B to second, that's going to be a 4-6 force. Wynn is forced. And Jackson is at third. I believe that's right. Check me, Larry. Does that look right to you? Anybody else? Bill Henry's ready in the pen. One thing you can bet on, Frank Lindsay will not be facing Rusty Staubs. This is going to be his last batter. Well, unless he gets him out, of course. So it's Chuck Harrison 0 for 3 versus Frank Lindsay as the Astros bat around in the 7th. And here's the pitch. On a 6-6, he lifts a lazy fly ball to left. Gabrielson is there, and that'll do it. So both teams with big innings today. The Giants with a 4-run first inning. The Astros with a 4-run 7th. 4 runs, 5 hits, 2 left on. And we go to the stretch in a 1-run game. Who would have thunk? Lindsay may stay out there now that he got Harrison out, because Staub's followed by 2 right-handers at least. Seventh inning stretch time. Let's see what Kathy Harden has for us. And with the game a bit closer, Jim Owens is going to take over for Houston. So we'll close the book on Farrell. Farrell worked 6 innings. 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 hits. 6 runs, 5 earned. He did not walk a batter. And struck out 2, 4, 5, 6. Thank you, Larry. And here's our 7th inning stretch trivia, presented by Kathy Harden. What is Homer Simpson's beer of choice? While you guys think about that, I'm going to top off my coffee and then we'll check in on Mookie. By the way, I'm drinking, I opened, I should have mentioned this before, but I opened the other bag of Coastal Peaks. Cosmo blend, my favorite, or one of my favorites. Coastal Peak, my favorite roaster. Looks like Mookie's knocked out again. He wasn't allowed to play with the 20D, so he gave up. Hi, Mook. Looks like we're not getting anything out of Mookie today. I think he's PO'd at me because I wouldn't let him play with the 20D. And we have 2 winners, Mike and Rick. They got that pretty quickly. So what looked like a laugher is now a nail biter as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Jim Owens this season has actually been the Astros' best pitcher. 2-3 with a save and a sparkling 1.99 ERA in 22 2/3 innings of work. This is his 17th appearance. And he'll be facing Gabrielson, and then it's the heart of the Giants' batting order. Wow, Cleveland. That's kind of ironic, or maybe not. Maybe he was deliberate. Gabrielson singled in the first, bounced to second twice. Owens with the pitch. That's going to be a 5-11 left-handed, and Gabrielson hard ground ball through the right side and into right field. The leadoff man is aboard. And up steps Willie Mays. Mays 1 for 3 with a home run in this one. Owens working out of the stretch now. The pitch to Willie's a 6-5 right-handed. Grounder to shortstop X. It's Sonny Jackson again. 3E40. Into the hole on an 18. He's got it. He goes to Morgan for 1. To Harrison. Just in time for the double play. Oh, what a play by Jackson. Mays not easy to double up. Huge play for Houston, and here's Willie McCovey. Owens into the windup. 5-6 left-handed, grounder second base, routine for Morgan, throws him out, and that's the 7th. After 7 complete, it's Giants 6, Astros 5. Lindsay will start the 8th. Lindsay just has not pitched up to his card this year. And for some reason, I just can't give up on it. For one thing, he's only worked 20 innings. He worked 100 in real life. But he'll be on a short leash with a 1-run lead in the 8th. Rusty Staub will start it off. Staub 0 for 3 today as Lindsay comes set. Here's the windup and here's the pitch to Staub. On a 1-9 grounder to second base, Tito Fuentes comes in on it, gloves it, sidearm, flip to McCovey, and Staub is retired. Here's Aspromonte now. Lindsay into the windup. The pitch is a 6-7 right-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. 2 down, nobody on, John Bateman. Bateman's 1 for 3, reached on an error in the 7th, came around to score. Lindsay with the windup. 2-8 right-handed, struck him out. So Lindsay looking much better in the 8th. 1-2-3 go the Astros. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Frank Lindsay. And Owens will come out for his second inning of work in a 1-run ball game. Hart, Haller, and Brown for the Giants. Jim Ray Hart has not been retired today. Singled in the 1st, singled in the 3rd, and launched a 2-run blast in the 5th. Owens with the windup and the pitch. It's a 6-4 righty, grounder to shortstop X. Sonny Jackson yet again, a 3-40. Here it is on a 1. He can't get to it. That's into left field for a single. Jim Ray Hart 4 for 4. And for the Astros, Chris Zachary throwing in the pen. Here comes Haller, 1 for 3 with a home run of his own. 3 home runs for San Francisco today. Owens out of the stretch. The pitch to Haller. 2-6 right-handed, and he loses in ball 4. The Giants trying to get some insurance here in the bottom of the 8th. They've got 1st and 2nd and nobody out. Who's pitching for them? Lindsay? Brown squares to bunt. He's a C on an 8. And that'll... Nope, that's a force play. Wait, no it isn't. Sorry. That is a successful sacrifice bunt for Brown. Let me look at that again. On an 8, thrown out by the first baseman. Both runners move up. So Brown, who's had a struggle offensively all year long, lays down the bunt. And now the Giants have 2 runners in scoring position with 1 away and Hal Lanier at the plate. Moving into the on-deck circle is Jesus Alou. The Astros pull the infield in for Lanier. He's going to swing away. The pitch from Owens. 6-2 righty. Swung on and missed, strike 3. What an odd place for a strikeout. With 2 runners in scoring position, the Giants will go to a pinch hitter here. Lindsey worked 2 innings. And Lindy McDaniel will be coming on to pitch the 9th. Here's Alou now. Alou on the season, 205, no homers, 7 RBIs. Owens with the pitch. That's going to be a 6-8 right-handed. He lifts it the other way to right field. Nicholson is there. And that'll end the inning. No runs, a hit, 2 left. And we go to the 9th inning. Giants 6, Astros 5. Lindy McDaniel will come on, try to preserve it. And let's check the defense now for the Giants. Alou will stay in the game in left. (2E10 -1). Lanier will move to second base where he's a 2E8. Tito Fuentes will come out. The pitcher will go in Gabrielson's spot. And we're going to need a shortstop in Fuentes' spot. That's going to be Davenport. Jim Davenport enters the game at short. A 3:31. Six to 5 as we go to the 9th, and the Astros will start off with a pinch hitter for Owens. Owens worked 2 innings today. Yeah, they're going to send up Lee May to lead it off. I want to thank everybody for watching once again. I sure do appreciate it. And thanks to Kathy for the trivia. I'm sure we'll have much more tomorrow on the Happy Hour game. Happy Hour Friday. Brought to you by Schaefer, the beer to have when you're going to have more than one. Unmitigated isn't here today. Somebody had to say it. Okay, Lee May on the season. Hitting .296, 5 homers, 19 RBIs, left-handed hitting outfielder. McDaniel with the windup and the pitch. It's a 3-10 right-handed, and he bangs that one up the middle for a base hit, and the tying run is aboard with nobody out. May decent speed, not held at 12, however. And it's the top of the lineup, Joe Morgan. Thank you, John. Appreciate it. Oh, don't worry. I'm playing the whole season, provided I live long enough. Morgan 2 for 4 on the day as McDaniel working out of the stretch now. Comes right in there with a 5-5 lefty. Morgan hits it to straightaway center. Mays gliding over to it, and that's one out. Here's... I didn't care for it either, Mike. Here's... I think I only had it once. Back in the Grass Valley days. Jackson 2 for 3 with a walk. McDaniel checks the runner. Now it comes to the plate, 6-11. A grounder to second. Fuentes goes, sorry. Lanier goes to Davenport for 1 to first, not in time. That's a 4-6 force. May is erased. And now Jackson being held at first, representing the tying run, and with Jimmy Wynn at the plate. That's tough. He's held at 16. But Grady Hatton figuring if Jackson does steal, they're going to put Wynn on. So with Jackson held at first, Wynn will swing away. Huge at bat for both McDaniel and Wynn. And here's the pitch. 3-10 righty, lazy fly ball to left. That's going to do it. Brown settling under it, and that's the ball game. 6-5. The Giants just do hold on. Totals in a moment. Okay, for McDaniel, that's his second save, as he seems to have taken the stopper role from Lindsay. Gibman 1, 2, 3, 4 runs, 3 earned. Well, Gibbons started off with a strikeout. Hang on. So Lindsay did not go 2. He went 1 2/3. The Phils hammered the Dodgers last night. I'll tell you, I'm really hoping the Dodgers can do it today because I don't want to go back to Philly. I'll say this, though, with Glass now, the stuff is there, but you never know what the command's going to be like with Glass now. So let's figure out Lindsay here. He came in here. He gave up 3 hits, 1 run, no walks, 2 strikeouts. So Gibbon holds on for the win. He's 3-1. Farrell, of course, takes the loss. He's 2-4 now. Owens in his 2 innings, 2 hits, no runs, a walk, and a strikeout. Giants win it with 6 runs on 11 hits, 2 errors. Houston, 5 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors. Player of the game. That's a tough one today. It's got to be Jim Ray Hart, doesn't it? 3 Giants homered, but Hart went 4 for 4. 3 singles along with his home run. Chief Spokane Gary player of the game, Jim Ray Hart. Tomorrow at 1:30, let's see what we got. Pittsburgh Pirates at the St. Louis Cardinals. Oh, this is a frontline matchup here. Bob Veal for Pittsburgh, Bob Gibson for St. Louis. So you're not going to want to miss that. What a happy hour it should be. Thank you, Rick, and good to see you. The Giants snapped the Astros 3-game winning streak. They win at 6-5. I'm going to get myself some lunch. Hopefully see you all tomorrow, 1:30 Pacific, 4:30 Eastern. In the meantime, everyone enjoy the games, take care, and have a great evening. Bye for now.